staying the distance.
The Group 1 Goodwood Cup, uphill and down dale over 2 miles. Defending champs Scandinavia started favourite with battle-hardened 2-miler Trawlerman back for revenge after narrowly missing out in the Ascot Gold Cup.
Himself in relation to Trawlerman, as Rahiebb is the last one in for the Alpilles Goodwood Cup. 2 miles is the trip. Scandinavia tried to anticipate the start. Trawlerman was hit the ground running. From the stalls, Amiloc has come down. Amiloc shifted left-handed and got rid of the rider. Miss Alpilles seemed to be inconvenienced by that as well. Horse appears perfectly okay. We'll keep you up to date with Hector Crouch as well. So early on, Trawlerman nowhere near the lead at the moment, racing keenly. So a bit of a messy beginning there. As out in the lead, it is Lazy Griff in company with Trawlerman. Scandinavia with Illinois alongside him. Pleased to say Hector Crouch is up okay. Rahiebb is fifth as now Trawlerman begins to move on, and Illinois is being taken back in the field. And the last couple are French Master and last of all Miss Alpilles and the riderless horse going up on the inside of Lazy Griff. And Trawlerman will cross, mindful of the fact we lost Amiloc early on. So it is Trawlerman, largely unpestered on the front end. Lazy Griff, Scandinavia, is doing his own donkey work here and keeping closer tabs on Trawlerman than sometimes the case. Rahiebb in fourth, then Illinois, and the last two French Master, and last of all is Miss Alpilles. So they're making their way now round the loop, and they'll begin to descend shortly as Trawlerman has the lead. Scandinavia positioned on the outside of Lazy Griff. Fourth place belongs to Rahiebb on the inside of Illinois, and French Master continues to race on the inner of Miss Alpilles. So now they just begin to turn right-handed, and they'll descend for just about the first time. Trawlerman on the front end, Scandinavia on the outside of Lazy Griff, who races enthusiastically in those cheek pieces. Illinois on the outside of the yellow colours of Rahiebb, Illinois in the purple. Then French Master and Miss Alpilles as they make their way down the side. And Trawlerman with Scandinavia not letting his rival out of his sight. In second place has gone on from Lazy Griff in third. Illinois, then Rahiebb in fifth place, Miss Alpilles and French Master as they make their way down the side of the racecourse. The riderless horse is still with them as Trawlerman will want shortly to edge over, and the loose horse may make it a little difficult for him to do so. Scandinavia ridden a little bit more conservatively there, mindful of that loose horse, sits in second place as Trawlerman moves to the inside. So Trawlerman and Scandinavia, the front two in the market, are the front two in the Goodwood Cup. Illinois moved through into third, then Lazy Griff. Rahiebb bumped along on the inside of Miss Alpilles, and then 2 lengths back to French Master. It's Trawlerman at the top of the hill, turns for home, leading his old adversary Scandinavia, and this is where Trawlerman tries to get away. Scandinavia pushed along in second place. Illinois and Lazy Griff as they freewheel down the hill. Trawlerman, Scandinavia once again sees his main adversary there in front by a length, and this time makes ground pretty smoothly. Scandinavia getting to Trawlerman, still pushed along on the outside. The loose horse, Amiloc, veering in front of the field, hampers Trawlerman, and Scandinavia moves to the front, and Ryan Moore has to commit. He has the loose horse to chase. Rahiebb running on in third, 2 furlongs to go. Scandinavia is out clear. Trawlerman in second place. Rahiebb is in third, but not making any impression. Scandinavia is 3 or 4 lengths clear. Trawlerman in second place. Then back in third is Rahiebb. French Master runs on, but preceded by the loose horse, keeping him company. Scandinavia is coming clear. It was tight at Ascot. It's not at Goodwood. Back-to-back Goodwood Cups, and another Group 1 for Scandinavia. French Master, Illinois, Miss Alpilles, and Lazy Griff.
Scandinavia dominates. Cancelled by the VRC's woke vets from the Melbourne Cup of 2025, he's still not dead yet. The favourites quinelled it as expected, but Trawlerman was definitely hampered the most by the loose horse Amiloc. Rahiebb was better than I expected, but Scandinavia, despite the hindrance William Buick and Trawlerman had to put up with, he looks the undisputed champ of the Steyosphere. Now I have to mention the start of the race because it was quite eventful. We all saw Amiloc drop his rider, but watching in slow-mo you see Trawlerman breaking through before the gates opened, and also Miss Alpilles missing the start by about 4 to 5 lengths. Funny enough, pre-race there were a few people touting Amiloc as a rough chance of beating Scandinavia and Trawlerman. Well, he certainly had an influence on the result. But as for Scandinavia, he's nominated for the Irish St Leger on the 13th of September, and though it's unlikely Coolmore and the gang will want to bother sending him out for a Melbourne Cup after last year's farce, he does have something many Northern Hemisphere stayers lack, and that's gate speed. Anyhow, enjoy the fanfare.
His performance there. I was just talking to Aidan there, and it's probably as good a staying performance as what he's ever seen. And I never really asked him everything either. It was nice for him to have a horse to follow all the way, and he probably thinks he got beat. But yeah, very good horse.
Yeah, the loose horse definitely was more on your side than on Trawlerman's side for him, but Scandinavia, I don't think he was ever in doubt. He just did it so easily.
Yeah, he did. An unbelievable race record now. His stride never shortened. He just kept galloping all the way to the line, and yeah, what more can you say?
As a 3-year-old, he's come back and won it at the age of 4, now making his way into the paddock. I wonder if Luke's spoken to Hector Crouch. We'll have lots more on that. But I imagine he's going to be declared a runner the way that played out.
Interestingly, on Scandinavia, I was looking through.
A conscious decision beforehand?
You know, well, the plan was we thought the Trawlerman would make it, obviously, and we were hoping that he would, and Ryan was going to just follow him like he did in Ascot. So it was going to be very simple whether he was going to be good enough or not. So that's what we thought. Yeah, and that's the way it played out, and obviously it was a little bit of drama. I think one of those eventful races watching it, you know. So listen, it was great though. Really great track. I think it was a great spectacle to watch so much happening in a race like that, and going 2 miles. You get great chance.
30 seats stuck with that loose horse. Where was it going to go? It's an absolute nightmare. I mean, the fact that the horse was in sight was, you know, one good thing that they could see where he was going to go, but you just never know, do you?
Difficult for the jockeys, and we want to go back and see actually what happened to Hector Crouch at the start. But how much do we think that actually helps Scandinavia? Because he hasn't been a horse that's often won by a large margin. So he had Amiloc to aim at once he had Trawlerman beaten. Has that helped him increase the margin of victory?
Will commence again if you try to take our firearms.